The child who disappeared into the dark. On a stormy winter night, Noor was trying to get her 4-year-old son, Sammy, to sleep in his room. Sammy had always been afraid of the dark, and she was trying to comfort him. Suddenly, she heard him scream loudly. Rushing to his room, she found it completely empty with the windows securely closed. She searched the entire house, but there was no sign of him. After hours of frantic searching, the neighbors mentioned that they had seen Sammy running around in the backyard late at night, although they hadn't seen him for days. As Noor ventured into the yard, she began to notice small footprints on the ground, leading into the surrounding forest. As she followed the trail, the footprints suddenly stopped, vanishing completely as if someone or something had taken her son away. Sammy was never found. The child who talked to someone else. Ahmed and his wife lived in a secluded house in the countryside, with their little daughter Jan. One day Ahmed noticed something who was only 3 years old, was constantly speaking to someone invisible in her room. She would say strange things like, "He's there, behind the door," or "Don't leave me, he won't let me go." At first, they thought it was just an act of imagination, but things started to get weirder when Jana began refusing to sleep in her room, claiming that the other person was watching her. One night, Ahmed decided to secretly watch her from the hallway. What he saw shocked him. Jana was talking to the corner of her room and seemed to follow something with her eyes, something invisible. The atmosphere felt heavy, and Ahmed had an overwhelming sense that something or someone was there, although he couldn't see anything. Despite his attempts to reassure his daughter, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. After some time, they learned a horrifying truth. The previous owner of the house had mysteriously disappeared in that very room. The child who wasn't himself. Mervet was a mother to twin boys Ziad and Firaz. One day Ayad returned home from school, but Mervet immediately noticed something was off. He was acting strangely distant and cold, no longer interested in talking to her or playing. He stared at her with blank eyes, and there was no emotion on his face. When Merva asked about his day at school, he gave strange, detached answers, his voice unrecognizable as "Today was long, but I don't want to tell you everything," he said, in a tone that made Mervet uneasy. When she checked on Firaz in another room, she found him acting normally, unaware of his brother's odd behavior. Over the following days, Iyad's behavior became more bizarre. He refused to be near Firaz and even started avoiding playing with him. Desperate, Mervet took him to a psychiatrist, but the diagnosis didn't provide any clear answers. The doctors couldn't explain the dramatic personality change, leaving Mervet with an unsettling question. Or had something or someone taken over his body?